Basically, this meant forcibly demonizing people with no aptitude for magic, assumedly by tampering with their bodies.
Well, I'll be damned. The little squirt knows how to play connect the dots. You got experience with this stuff or something?
Well, I also know that bodies can't withstand that sort of tampering.
Oh, you got that right, Squirt. You're connecting the dots because you've seen the whole picture before, huh? But I bet you ain't seen anyone get so pumped full of mana that they burst. People burst in all kinds of fun ways, let me tell you.
Holt and I were test subjects in Phase 1 of the Fiend Trooper project. We escaped the facility. Out of the 4,096 initial test subjects, we are the only survivors. As far as we know, the rest are all dead.
Wait a minute! If your strength is derived from demonization, wouldn't using it put your lives in danger?
Ha! I've been futzed with enough as it is. Not like my life's good for anything anyway. All I care about is the Emperor. I'm gonna end him. Personally. Cena and I will get him back for all the people who got screwed up because of him. He'll pay with his worthless life. Hey, Guardian. You'd better not give me some goody two-shoes speech about life being precious, or whatever. We're both in this to snuff out the Emperor, right? I'm willing to use you and all, but if you stand between me and him, I'll waste you first.
Crude though his words may be, he and I are on the same page in this matter. My life is dedicated to avenging the people murdered for his bloody whims. That thought is what keeps me going. So I'm here to fight, just like Holt. To kill the Emperor.
Sorry. I was a little distracted there. Part of me is scared, sure, but there's so much to think about. That talk about Fiend Troopers is eerily reminiscent of how the Photoners created arcs. They captured physically sturdy primitive races and effectively grafted photon manipulation powers onto them via infusion and gene splicing. The casualties they sacrificed before reaching the point of stable mass production is a matter of record. It's utterly despicable. If that's being repeated, even in Omega, it must be stopped.
The Guardian, Holt, and Melfincina made their way toward the Imperial capital, demolishing Castrum Demonicas along their way. The Castrum Demonica was originally Cuento technology, but they were laid out across Wayland with as much precision as in Cuento. Given how deeply ingrained the Castrum Demonicas were, the Guardian and company began to question the true nature of their history.
Get it! I thought Castrum Demonicas were a Cuento invention, yet there's so many in Wayland.
That's because once the technology was leaked, the Emperor decreed that they be summoned in all regions.
Sounds like the Emperor of Wayland is pretty familiar with sorcery and stuff.
He clawed his way to the throne with demonization, so he's a capable sorcerer in his own right, but...
It ain't that blasted Emperor summoning Castrum Demonicas. It's Elmir.
Who's Elmir?
It's the damnable Emperor's used tissue of a kid brother. Cocky little snot. They looked far enough apart age-wise that they might as well be father and son.
It's clear that Wayland has hit rock bottom as a result of the Emperor and Elmir both.
Rock bottom? How rude! We simply breathed some life into a listless land.
Elmir? What are you doing here?
I heard someone was breaking my finely crafted Castrum Demonicas, so I came out here to do a little field survey, as it were. You're the one I'm here to see. The Guardian that alighted upon Cuento. Yes, very interesting. I can sense incredible potential from you. Small wonder you can crush Castrum Demonicus. Between the Castrum Demonicus and Guardian, I must say, Quinto never fails to put out quality products.
You think you can just waltz out here? You got guts, Imperial baby brother!
My goodness, you're a loud one. I'm not interested in you, test subject. Would you mind staying out of this?
No beef with me? Too bad! You're still getting the horns! What?
If you're spoiling for a fight, you can play with your fellow defective fiend troopers for a bit.
No. It can't be them. They should be dead.
You catch on quickly. I suppose that's why you're a test subject. Call them Castrum Demonica Fiend Trooper hybrids, if you will.
Did you swap out the monsters summoned by Castrum Demonica for fiend troopers?
Precisely. After all, I had plenty of material to work with. They're all lacking in ability, but they make for acceptable enough soldiers. I owe it to them to make proper use of them. Otherwise, they'd die in vain. And wouldn't that be sad?
This is beyond the pale.
Shut your filthy mouth, you little shit stain! You think you can mess with us? I'm gonna murder you and that bastard Emperor!
My, how spirited. Go ahead. Trample the corpses of your friends to reach us.
Stay down!
All enemy readings are gone. And so is Elmir.
Then we're done here. Come on. We got a goddamn Emperor to kill.
What? Aren't you going to pay your respects?
I ain't got time to waste on...
Get him, Halt!
That's a good one. Might as well tell me to drop dead.
Our bodies are badly deteriorated from the Fiend Trooper experiments we endured. We have no time to waste at all.
But if you strain yourself in that condition...
We can deal. Our lives are a small price to pay. It ain't about how long your life is. It's what you do with it that matters. I ain't gonna be nothing like the ones we just mowed down. I'm gonna slay that damn Emperor myself!
While the sentiment is appreciated, I'm with Gedemholt on this. That, and we wouldn't even know who we were mourning. I wouldn't want to associate them with this.
They're both beside themselves with anger. Even I can tell. We can't allow this cruelty to go unchecked. We have to put a stop to it.
You're back, Elmir. You look like you had an amusing enough time.
Oh, amusing doesn't begin to cover it. I'm positively thrilled at how rapidly things are progressing. It's even better than I imagine. We'll have a prime specimen by the time it arrives.
Then we must be amply prepared to give them a fitting reception. So long now I've been trapped in languor. But now my blood is pumping again.
Then I'll leave you to it, brother.
The Castrum Demonicas were summoned the realm over and loaded with a superhuman vanguard. The Guardians group pressed onward, refusing to be cowed by the vanguard's howls of resentment. When they reached the Imperial capital, they found it cloaked in eerie stillness, almost as though it was devoid of all life. It was fitting indeed that the only one to reside there was the Emperor himself. Schreger, Emperor of Wayland, awaited the coming of his nemesis, alone in the silence.
You're here.
Are you the Wayland Emperor?
Indeed I am. Schreger, Emperor of Wayland. I must thank you for coming, Guardian.
Oh, we finally meet you, you cursed Emperor!
You will pay dearly for toying not only with people's lives, but with a whole nation!
Toying with a nation? I'm Emperor. It's my nation. To toy with as I please. If you don't like it, strike me down. That's what I empowered you for. Isn't that right, test subjects?
What's the point of giving someone power through modifications they don't even want?
Without power, one's fate is to perish. Might makes right in this world. Period. The weak can only submit to this reality. Surely you've lived long enough to grasp that. Right, Guardian? You didn't get this strong without trampling countless corpses underfoot. Whether man or beast, there is no morality in slaughter. All fall the same. Might makes right. That's the one universal truth of the world. Which is why Wayland has long focused on evolving its people with strength transcendent. Now it comes to a head!